Hey, greetings everyone. Tom Signorello here with another helpful video that we're doing with my great friend Tom Big Al Schreiter. We're teaching people how to have great success in network marketing by using shortcuts and language that will help people get to say yes quicker. So, without further ado, my great friend Tom Big Al Schreiter. Tom, take it away.
Okay, well, let's learn how to talk to people, the basics. And what I mean by that is so we don't get distracted. Where did we start? Where did we stop? Going all over the place. So here's kind of a little five-step formula. And you say, 5 steps, that's a lot, especially for you, Big Al. And that is a lot. But once we fill in the blanks for this little five-step formula, we can just take a little bit of it or a lot of it, depending on what we need. But it gets the basics down that we can choose from so we keep our conversation on track. So if you're taking notes, put one full stop or one period, and then put four, and then in parentheses, put the word who. In other words, what we're going to offer is for who. So we're going to take, we'll make a diet uh, example here. And just to make it easy to remember, this might be politically incorrect, but for fat people. All right. But you can use the proper language, weight enhanced, uh, gravity
Gravitationally,
challenged,
yeah.
whatever it may be. But just so it's easy for us to remember, we say for fat people. Or you say, well, uh, but I sell skincare. Oh, you say for women over 40. And you say, but I sell uh, greeting cards for leads. So you might say for realtors, because they always want more leads. So number one is who this is for. All right. Now below that, put two full stop and then say who are tired of, and then parentheses, put the word problem. Now I know in our business we can have some great benefits or we can solve problems. Great benefits are yawn. People don't take action on it. They're not emotional enough. But problems, people always want to take action on problems. People just hate problems. So, who are tired of, and you put in whatever problem it may be. Um, so, I would say for fat people who don't have time to diet, or for fat people who are tired of lifting sweaty weights at the gym, or for fat people who hate seeing the fat come back as soon as they stop dieting. So we identify the problem. And once you identify the problem, that gets really easy. Number three, um, you can say, we help you. And then in parentheses or brackets, put the word outcome. Now, we're not going to explain how something works. Nobody cares how something works if they don't want it. We're not going to explain how something works after they made a decision. Yeah, I want it. Let's just be nice because people can only have one thought at a time and they can't walk down the street and say, look at that blade of grass and think all about it because they can only have one thought at a time. So they have to be selective. So what we're going to do is describe the outcome, and people will make an instant decision if they want the outcome or not. It's just how we are. So if you came to me, you could say for fat people like you, Big Al, who are tired of eating synthetic store-bought ice cream, we help you find a local, organic, super tasty, high-fat ice cream. Ooh, I like the outcome on that.
Mhm.
So I'm like, you, huh? We're both nodding our head. Yeah, yeah, we're all in on
Yeah.
this. So the idea is we don't have to close people. People will close themselves. They either want the outcome or not. And the problem with sales presentations is they talk long about all the stuff and background, and they never really get to the full outcome till so much later. It's just painful to watch. So I said, okay, so the real key is if they have a problem and we tell them a cool outcome, we win. And the answer is yeah, but we have 5 steps here. So let's put in another one here. Number four period. Just put how long. How long is this going to take? Now, we don't have to be rocket scientists to figure out that if it's a short period of time, people are going to like that a whole lot better than a long period of time. Um, we still have caveman brain that doesn't think beyond tomorrow. So if you're going to say it's going to take 6 months or a year, their motivation is kind of going down. So the shorter we can make something before the outcome happens, the better. You say, so how would that sound for you, Big Al? It says for fat people who love ice cream, who are tired of synthetic ice cream from the local Kroger or public store, we help you find local, organic, high-fi ice cream in 1 minute. I'm like, drool, drool. What decision have I made already? And number 5, uh, you want to say without pain. Because let's face it, people don't like pain. If you're dieting, you don't like stomach pains, being hungry. If you have this job, you don't like the pain of fighting I-95 traffic to work. So without pain. And you say, so that's it? And I says, yeah, that's your whole message right there. So if you're at a networking event and you have 1 minute, you could do this in 30 seconds and sit down, you'd be done. Or if somebody asks you, so what do? You could say, well, this person here, I'll just tell them the first 3 things. That's close enough. That's all I really care. And or you can kind of pick and choose, but it helps us stay on track. You say, okay, let's do a couple of these. And remember, we don't have to be perfect. It's just a guideline. But let's say we sold a skincare product for wrinkles. So we might say for women over 40 who are tired of looking in the mirror every night and seeing those same wrinkles, we help you get rid of those wrinkles in 4 weeks without Botox or injections. People go, no, that's a pretty complete message. You just kind of told me the whole story. I didn't have to sit through this doctor found this magic ingredient underneath a rock in China at midnight, all the stupid stuff. Say, all right. So you say, well, but I sell, these promotional greeting cards for ads and stuff. You say, all right. For real estate agents who are tired of spending money on ads on Facebook to get leads and not getting anything, we help you find qualified leads. And they go, ooh, help me find qualified leads in 1 week without breaking the bank for doing it without spending less than $10 a month. I go, I think you kind of told me the whole deal here. And he said, well, yeah, but I sell this magical vitamin package. You said, okay, for people who want to live longer, who are tired of eating grass off their front lawn and, uh, you know, 5-hour exercises every day and stuff like that. We help you get a whole lot healthier in just 30 days by just spending 15 seconds a day taking a handful of pills. And they go, that sounds a whole lot better. That painless. And they go, yeah, all right. Now, do we have to use it all? Remember, we don't have to, but it helps us say if we have a conversation, we want to focus on these things because this is what people want to know. I say, well, is that is the only way to talk to people? And the answer is no, but it's a great way. So if you're on the phone and they say, "So what's it all about?" and you could say these exact words. You could say for, or tired of, and you say, "Wow, I don't have to feel intimidated anymore." And after I've created something for my business, I'll have this so memorized, I'll never be nervous again. And all I have to do is say it and say it naturally, not like it's memorized. And people can make an instant and immediate decision. Do I want the outcome or not? I say, all right. So, how would that sound for, if I sold travel? All right. So, people who love traveling but are tired of big crowds of tourists, we help you find hidden places to go that are really good. And we do it in within one day once you give us our guidelines, what you want. And we can do it without breaking the bank. So you have I say, man, I could post all these things on Instagram of my new favorite hidden waterfall or something. And you ask yourself, so why is it so hard for people to stay on track? Because they don't know where to start, where to end. This does it for them. So all I'm going to ask you to do is take a look at these 5 little things, fill it out one time, and you don't have to use everything. You can mess it up because even if you mess it up, that's a lot better than, well, the regular sales presentation. And you probably won't even have to give a sales presentation. Or when you do, they've already made a decision. So now you're just going through details as partners holding hands. So that's the lesson for today.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad I recorded that. I can go back and watch that over and over and over and over, teach the team to do that over and over and over. I love it. I love it. Um, you have your master class where you do these things. We never really talk about your master class much. Why don't you talk about that for a second and what you're doing over there?
Uh, Keith and I, uh, once a week, we do a master class where we just go through stuff like this, 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And we don't tell many people about it because for most people, they are really okay with being a hobby networker. And that's great. You know, enjoy, you get the fellowship, you get discounts, you probably make a little bit of money. Nobody's going to take it too serious. So it's only for like the really, really hardcore people. But if
Mm,
somebody's hardcore, they can uh, check out our newsletters and they'll figure out where the master classes are. But uh, it's not for everybody. Just
right.
like what everybody here offers is not for everybody. And with that, I should um, let me leave this one cool thing. You can always say this to people. They say, I don't know, it wouldn't be for my relatives or whatever. And you can say, well, our business is like coffee. And people go, oh, most people like it, but it isn't for everyone. And that's okay. We just help the people who want coffee. And gosh, that little phrase right there just takes away all the stress on people. So we tell people our master classes aren't for everybody. You know, it's just for people that are just like really dead serious. They got to get there in a hurry. That's it.
Yeah.
So all we have to do is take this formula and go to work.
You mentioned the newsletters. People can sign up for that at what, bigalbooks.com, right?
Yeah, we send out a newsletter twice a week free with cool stuff to say. And from a lot of people, they find it very entertaining, and some people actually use it. So your choice.
I know I've got teammates, they're using it and they subscribe to the newsletter. I'll tell you what, people don't know what they're missing out until they miss out. And you I'm so grateful that we've been doing these. It's coming up on a year now we've been doing these each month.
Oh,
And
wow.
the recordings are all available on my YouTube. TomSignorello.com will take you right there. You can go look at the last, and we got what, lifetime financing on that education free.
Yes, yes. It costs your attention span,
Yeah.
but you can watch it
Well,
at 2x speed.
I like it because I found in the 17 years I've been a network marketing professional that there's two kinds of people in the world. There's people who make a professional living because they learn the skills, and then there are people who have amateur expenses because they don't.
And they get a few tax deductions along the way, so it's probably not all bad for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Tom, thanks so much for doing this. Folks, that's our show for today. Please go ahead and do what you do, and we wish you all the best. And if you ever have any questions at all, please reach out to either one of us. We're always here to help. Thanks very much, and have a great day, unless you have other plans.